Good evening, folks. Welcome to Beer Rating with Sean Connors, day 20 of our beer advent calendar. We've had a fine collection of beers. We had sours, quadruples, pale ales, all sorts of stuff, porters, and all sorts of flavors at that. So basically, pretty simple. You got a box, 24 beer. Each beer is behind a door. Every day you open up a door, you get a beer. Let's see what day 20 is going to give us. And I don't know which beer I'm going to get or what beers are in the box. So we have another porter, and it's from Three Creeks Brewing Company out of, see if we can find out, Oregon. So it's Fivepine Chocolate Porter. So another porter. Basically, porters are similar to stouts. They're basically dark beers. Normally you're going to get a flavor of chocolate, coffee, smoke, something along that ways. Originally, I'm talking like probably 1800s. It might be before that, I'm not sure. Basically, porters were the working man's beer, and a strong porter was known as a stout porter. Basically, a stout porter meant a strong porter. And over time, stouts became more popular than porters, and porters for a while they kind of went to the wayside. And over the last couple of decades with the craft brewing industry, porters had got a second life more or less. So 6.2% alcohol, which is kind of funny because originally stouts were strong porters, so I don't know what the threshold was, but 6.2 to me that would almost be more of a stout alcohol level than a porter. And once again, I'm no beer expert, this is just my limited knowledge that I do know. It says brewed and packed in Sisters, Oregon, gateway to Central Oregon, beer and adventure. It says a robust porter that features 2 pounds per barrel of the finest Belgian chocolate, creating a slightly roasty point with underlying chocolate sweetness. As I said, most porters and stouts you're going to get either chocolate, coffee, espresso, maybe a smoke flavor, or a combination. And I've said it previously, but I'm not a coffee drinker. So a lot of times the coffees and the ports and sours with strong coffee or espresso flavor, it's not really a big thing for me. However, chocolate, that's a little bit different. So it'll be interesting how this is going to be. And I find with me, with porters and stouts, it seems like I either like them or I don't. There's no middle ground, for the most part. There are some exceptions to every rule. I do enjoy trying any style of beer or any beer that I've never had before, whether I like the style or not. Alright, so just so you can see there. Not a lot of information on the can itself, just a little picture of a bicycle in the woods, basically. Zoom out. Alright, I had one glass ready, I had it already rinsed and ready to go, but I think I'm going to use a different glass for this. This is a glass that I got, which they say specifically for stouts. And even though this isn't a stout, it's pretty darn close, stouts and porters. So I know it's going to be a dark beer right off the get-go. As expected, it's dark. If I got a porter or a stout that wasn't dark, then I'd be really surprised. People think they hear porters and stouts, and I think the thing that comes to mind most time when you hear the word stout is Guinness. And Guinness is probably the world's renowned stout. And when you pour up a stout or a Guinness, you got substantial head. But that's not always the case with all porters and stouts, and this is a prime example. A little bit of head, which quickly dissipated. Not a lot of aroma, a little bit there. And it's more, for me, I'm getting more of the coffee than the chocolate, which is quite surprising. Not quite what I expected. Because there's no indication there that you're going to get a coffee flavored. But I think a lot of times it's to do with the roasting of the barley. And again, I'm no beer expert, so if that's wrong, correct me. I'm definitely getting more of a coffee flavor than the chocolate. That being said too, not a lot of aftertaste, and anybody who's watched any of my videos, specifically with the box, I've probably said it a dozen times, I'm not a big fan of a lingering aftertaste in a beer. This kind of lingers a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah, it's not quite doing it for me. Rating wise, out of 5, as per usual. 1's a drain pour, don't like it, can't finish it. A 2 would be yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I'll finish it. A 3 would be a good beer. A 4 would be a very good beer, and a 5 would be the best beer ever. And I've said it previously, all the beers in these box are gold medal beers. They've won gold medals at various beer competitions. So they're all good quality beers in their own right. However, the ratings, as to be expected, are my preference, basically. Now for this one, I don't think it's going to get a high rating. I think I'm going to have struggled to finish it, if I can finish it. So with that being said, as of right now, I'd say the highest it's going to be is a 2. But I still got to take another taste or so. But I think it's going to be highest a 2 because realistically, I've had 2 mouthfuls and I will drink more. But it's kind of like, ugh. Which is kind of funny because I've had a fairly busy day for a Sunday. A lot of just running around. So, I was kind of looking forward to a nice cold beer, but this ain't what I was kind of looking forward to. Actually, I think I'm even going to go lower. I think I'm going to do a 1.5, and I don't even know if I've done that before. And what I'm thinking is 1.5. Why I'm saying that, once again, 1's a drain pour. I can't finish it. A 2 would be, yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I'll finish it. And honestly, I really want to finish this, but I don't think I got my doubts if it's going to happen. So I think 1.5 is reasonable. I think for me, I've never really distinguished between the various ones, but I think from this point forward, a 1 would be 1 or 2 mouthfuls, and I'm going to dump it. Basically, I have no desire to finish it. Whereby a 1.5, I'm going to say, will be one of those beers that I'm kind of hoping or planning on finishing, but I probably won't. So after I do the video, it's going to be a struggle to finish it, and I might not even finish it. With that being said, there was a beer a couple days ago, I think I gave it a 2 or 2.5, and I actually didn't even finish it. I think it was the other porter, honestly, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think it might have been the Graham Cracker Porter. I think I gave it a 2.5, and then after I concluded the video, I tried to finish the beer, and it just didn't happen. I couldn't do it. So realistically, that was probably closer to a 1.5. And I think this is going to be the same way. I'm going to try to finish it, but I got my doubts. So there you go, folks. Hopefully you can join me tomorrow. Only 4 beers left. We'll see what we have in the box. And at the end of the week, that's it. So hopefully you can join me tomorrow. Until next beer, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.